Hey guys, how's it going? Ghostly Rich here today, and today we're going to be building a 10 by 10 shelter, or 10 by 15 depending what you want to do. And that is Mika making her entrance. So I'm going to quickly unbox this. It tells you the tools that you will need, so go grab those tools and then we'll be ready to go. As you can see, depending on which run you're going to build, for me I'm going to build a bigger enclosure, I'm thinking, but you're going to grab your A's and your B's. Grab A, B, A, B, A, B, and A, B. So 4 A's, 4 B's in your corners. Now, if you're going to be doing that, I found that it's easiest to pull one end of the cardboard off, leave the other ends in, and then grab all your A's and grab all your B's. After you've grabbed all your pieces, you'll grab your B, put it like so, so that way the swivel edge is out. Then grab your A, slip it inside. Then do B, A, B, A, and then B, A. Once you've done so, you're going to take these corners and you're just going to slip them in so those little push pegs go through. So you might have to roll your pieces to do so. So this one would, for example, roll like this. You'd squish it in. See if I can do this one-handed. Oh yeah. And then slide it in, move it around until it pops through like this. Boom. Okay, make sure that this is aiming up when you're done. So now that this one's like this, you're gonna just pop in the other side. You'll notice that one side does not have the pop in. We'll make sure that one's aiming up like that. Once we get it to this point, where if we're looking, we have all our corners here, you're going to take an E pipe and put an E pipe in each corner and just leave it hanging upward. Now that our E's are in, we're going to put some more of those corners on. So you'll put the corner in, you'll put an AB right here, or it'll go B and then A at that end. And then you'll click the corner in. I don't actually think it matters. Slip the corner in, pop this in. Do another BA off of here, click it in, and put it off of there, and do the same over here. So basically you're just building it as you go. It might take 2 people, but I'm gonna try it with 1. So assemble that entire area, then do all your BAs, leave them slacked out to this corner, and then just do what you're used to. Spin it, spin it, click it, and slide it in. With our last remaining pieces, this right here is going to be our gate. So we're going to install that last. Next, you're going to see you have 3 G's and the HF piece. If you're doing the square one like I'm doing, then you can just use that as a G piece. I wouldn't use that as the gate one, so just put it at the back or something. For me, my gate's going to be up front. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the G pieces and put them in the centers of all of them, but the one where you're putting your gate, because that's going to be a little different. So grab your 3 G's, or for me, I'm going to grab my 2 G's and my H, because I'm going to do all the corners except for the side gate right here. And grab all this hardware right here. You will notice they have a square, so take it and on the back side slide that nut through. Again, you can either aim them towards the dog or away from the dog. It does not really matter. It's just aesthetics. And what you would do is you would slide that into that square like so, clamp it, and see how it's going away from the dog. For me, I prefer it away from the dog over aesthetics, because then your dog is not going to get injured, but this is completely up to you. So you can also do it this way. Now, once you do this, you would put your pipe right here, put this on the other side so it's around the pipe, and then put your nut on it. Make sure you tighten these. Some people might even Loctite them. I'll leave it up to you, because they are not nylock nuts. But what you're going to do is slide it through, put your nut on the end, and then if you want to, actually now you can slide the pull through, but the one up top we're going to have to clamp. Once it's on the bottom like that, and then like I said, you just put the one piece on, put your pull in it, put that, and then tighten your nut. I'm just grabbing a 13 mil ratchet. You can do like they use, but I prefer to just ratchet it down. I know I'm gonna get it nice and tight and it doesn't strip the nut. I think they just wanted you to use your crescent wrench, but 13 mil ratchet. So when you're doing this, if you look through this little eye hole, you'll be able to see the line of the two pipes. Just line it up with the center. That's a good way to level it. Because then you just do that on all, and as long as you went BA and BA on the bottom, and same with BA, then BA, 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 they will all line up. After that now, what we're gonna have to do is come over here and put our last G pipe in. So for this, you're gonna need that tape measure. And what we're gonna do is measure 22 1/4 from that pipe to the next pipe. Don't tighten this one yet. What we're gonna do is we're gonna assemble the gate, because we might wanna snug it up a little bit. So pretty easy. What you're gonna do is line these two up like that. So it's like that. And as you can see, just put that bolt in like you're used to. If you want to right now, you don't have to do it at this moment. You can put that like that. Next thing you're gonna do is with the top one, put this spring button in like that. And then you're gonna hold it together when you put it up. But now you're gonna go clamp this on the top of the tube up there. And actually, if that tube might be in the way, so you can always do it this way. What you're gonna do is just do that, mount the spring button in there, and just get this one pipe up. So put that up and mount it just like that. And you might want to put your spring button in at the same time. So while leaving this whole thing loose, what I would do, a little bit loose, it goes like this, but it goes like that, straight, as you can see. And you want that to rest right here on the lock. So the lock goes like that, this goes like this, and you need this silver plate on the back side. So I'm gonna loosely put it in and show you. Once you've loosely put this on, flip it up by putting it up to the top, lock it in. You can see my gate's totally not level yet, but that's okay. And what we're trying to do is just get this to drop down and see what height we want it. And then what we're gonna do next is kick in the bottom, kick in the top, and get it at a point where this gate is level on here. Got maybe a little bit of more adjustment to go, but it's doing really well now. So once that's pretty much set, now we can start pulling our fence. So the next thing you're gonna wanna do is grab one of these coils out, and we'll unwind one of them, see which one goes where, because you might as well do one at a time, because if you unwind all that at once, it could be a headache. To pull out all the bars, this is our gate. We'll do that first. So stick it through the loop on the top, then you're gonna weave it all the way along there, all the way to the bottom, and put it through that loop. Do it on both sides. So what you're gonna have to do is make sure that they're up a little bit like this, crossing, and then what you do is you slide the next bar in. You have to pull this with your hand. So basically go right across from it, go like this, and I'm probably not gonna be able to do it on here, but you pull this. If not, you put a hammer in here, and what you do is you pull it, and then you're gonna latch it onto here, but it pulls very tight. So before I put all these straps on, I'm just using the hooks to get this all ready. So what I did is I slid the bar through, hooked this, and to make it a little easier, I just squeezed it really tight around here. Again, if you have a second person, it makes it a little easier, but once you have it like this, we're just gonna loosely get this so that way we can start tie strapping it. So grab all these hooks, and first 4 per pole. Meeks, let's explain this to them. So as you can see, we hooked it onto the corners, and you'll see why is there extra hanging off the edge. Well, I'll show you. Once you hook it, the one panel, so each quarter will do one. So you do it there, bring it along, have someone hold it super tight right here on the corner, bring it over, and you'll notice that you have some extra here. And the reason why is you're gonna slide it in right when you think, oh my gosh, that's super tight, and then you're gonna tighten it with the hook. And after you've done that, you want it so this is touching, it's all level before we even strap it. So now that it's like this, what you can do is start at the beginning of your fence, strap it super tight, because you want it strapped all nice and tight so your dog's not gonna get out, top and bottom. Just make sure it's all strapped, and after you've pulled it and you've tightened it down, keep going along all the way until you get to the very end, and then again use those hooks to tighten it up nice and tight, and then cut off all your access with a pair of linesmen. So now that we've done this, I'll show you what it looks like when we start tying it. All right, let's show you how this works. So I have one here, so we would count over 1, 2, 3, and if you want you can go 4, whatever you want to do. But basically what you're gonna do is I'm gonna go up through the center, basically like this. You just want that to lock around. See how that hooked? So it's gonna hook like that. You're gonna twist it, and after it twists, you're gonna bring it down here. So see how this works? Hooked here. Then you're gonna wrap it around here. You can do it with your finger if you want, or whatever. And after you do that, you would grab your pliers if you want and just bend that up. So again, hook it, bend it here, twist it, and then bend it up. After you have all the bottoms done and all the tops done, next you can go around to all these and then strap them. Again, you just, for these ones, you could just hook it, twist it, and then twist it, and that'll just hold it into the corners. After you do that, trim off all your access, and then you should be good to go. That's basically it. Make sure you do your gate as well, so that way that's not going to be an escape point. But other than that, that's the enclosure. That's all you got to do when you're doing it. Use linesman pliers, and then just make sure that you cut the right loops. So make sure you don't cut this loop. Make sure you cut this loop, all the extra, and just strap it to where it needs to be. Then yeah, once you trim all the extra off, congratulations. If you want to, you can of course get some pretty big like railroad stakes or something and peg it down, just in case you're worried about your big buff dog pushing it around. But other than that, should be good to go. The other thing I'm going to probably have to do for this is I want to build a roof for it. So if you want, you can always watch for that video. But for right now, I'm going to leave it like this and probably throw a quick shade over it. Those are those pop-up shades, just so she's good for now, and then we'll take care of more and more as I go. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Press a like if it helped you out, and subscribe for more.